Giza's basalt floor tilled proof of high technology. Current academic consensus can no longer account for the existence of many ancient sites located all over the globe. The most famous examples of this phenomenon are the ancient monuments on the Giza Plateau, yet questions remain about their history, design, and construction dates. According to popular belief, this edifice was built by our copper tool-using ancestors. The ancient world is home to some of the most impressive man-made monuments ever erected. Using massive granite blocks that weigh a ton or more per square foot as their primary construction material. Despite claims to the contrary, it is unlikely that ancient Egyptians constructed these structures. In addition to the fact that scholarly consensus lacks any kind of a rationale for the creation of these locations, no one has ever presented a literal explanation of how it was done. They tend to want to overlook or even hide other abnormalities that cause controversy, but which they do not seem to grasp. Giza is littered with the remains of gigantic stone megaliths, and most notably in the Great Pyramid's lower levels, where not only extremely tough granite, but also basalt adorns the structures. Giza's basalt, another extremely hard stone, would have been nearly impossible to hew with copper tools. Many today believe that this is the definitive piece of proof that the site was built using some form of advanced engineering. Many stones on the basalt floor that have been salvaged bear the telltale precision markings of ancient equipment. The enormous stones used to build Giza's tomb have striations and precise ridges that can only be made by high-speed disc-cutting equipment, as well as a plethora of other interesting elements that were happily preserved on the stones. And maybe someday we'll be able to use the tool marks that are still there to figure out what kind of machinery was used to construct the site. We now think there is enough proof to show that the published theories about the Giza Plateau's supposed antiquity and its existing attestations are false, and the previous abilities of its designers are erroneous and now overwhelming, and that it is only a matter of time before this forgotten information, and yes, understandings, begin to grow once more.